Kainria, huh? You sure know a lot. The legacy of Kainria is long gone. The sinners are all that's left, and they're not worth mentioning.
Welcome back to another Genshin Impact video. Today I'm going to talk about, do you really need Neuvillette? There are a lot of DPS in this game. Some need certain degree of support to kill enemies, while some can just walk through everyone and everything alone. This game has different type of DPS which works in certain ways. Some DPS need certain buffs to perform. Some can buff themselves up, some can only work with certain characters. Some DPS needs to stay on field for certain time to deal damage, and once that golden time is over, we change to next character and move to the next part. To get the most damage out of our main DPS, we use support characters, we use healers, so we won't die in that fight. This is normally how main DPS characters work in this game. Until Neuvillette came out, he changed everything. But how did he do that? Let's dive into that. First, let me explain how his kit works. His whole gameplay and damage depends on his charge attack. He simply hit enemies with water wave in straight line. But while this charge attack is going on, he can also move in any direction, which gives him more freedom and space for dealing damage and avoid coming attacks. This attack's damage comes from his maximum HP and overall crit value. When he is using charge attack, it will decrease 8% of his max HP per 0.5 seconds. But if his HP is lower than 50%, then his charge attack won't decrease any HP. Normally, his HP stops around 40% when he is using charge attack. It doesn't go lower than that. His charge attack lasts for 3 seconds. It also takes some time to charge it. The next is his elemental skill. It deals normal hydro damage, but it is also connected to his normal and charge attack. Its damage depends on his maximum HP and overall crit value. It has cooldown of 12 seconds. When it hits opponents, it will generate 3 water droplets. Once these droplets are on field, if you do charge attack, he will absorb them, and his charge attack will not take any time for charging. But of course, if you have 3 water droplets on the field, if it's 1 or 2, he will take 1 or 2 seconds to charge it. If he has 1 water droplet on the field, then he will take 2 more seconds to charge it. If he has 2 water droplets on the field, then he will take 1 second to charge it. Next is his elemental burst. When he uses it, it will generate 6 water droplets. Its cooldown is 18 seconds and it costs 70 energy. To be honest, it gets full quickly, and again its damage depends on his max HP and overall crit value. This is how it works in game. If you use his elemental skill and if it doesn't hit enemies or it just hits on normal objects, it will not generate any water droplets, as you can see. But on the other hand, his elemental burst will generate water droplets. Doesn't matter if it hits or not. You can use it in the city and it will generate water droplet. If you absorb these droplets, each droplet will restore 16% of his max HP, which is a lot. Till now, his kit was about normal damage and self-healing, but first passive changed that. When Neuvillette is in the team, if you trigger Vaporize, Frozen, Electrocharge, Bloom, Hydro Swell or Hydro Crystallize reaction, he will gain 1 stack of past Dragonoic glories for 30 seconds, and you can stack it 3 times, which will increase his charge attack damage by 110% for 1 stack. For the second one, it will increase 125, and with 3 stacks, his charge attack's damage will increase by 160% of its original damage. We already see his self-healing. This passive gives him buff damage. This is how it works in game. First, I will show you his normal damage. It deals around 16 to 18k, which is really good, not bad at all. And now with the past Dragonoic glories, his damage went from 18 to 33k. This is massive increase in his damage. As you can see, I did not do much element damage with those reactions. To increase this much damage, he doesn't need 1000 elemental mastery or some complicated rotation. He just needs normal reaction that you can get with Hydro pretty easy, right? This passive talent increases Hydro damage bonus if his HP is more than 30%. Like I said, his charge attack doesn't decrease his HP. If his HP is lower than 50%, it stops around at 40%. So you will always have some extra hydro damage bonus unless you are getting beat up and about to die. This is how it works. I'm only using Hydro Goblet, which gives 46.6 Hydro damage bonus. Now I have more than 50% HP. Hydro damage bonus is at 64.6. It is 20% more than what I originally have. And now if I increase his health, his Hydro damage bonus will increase as well. Now it's 76.6%. If his health is 80% or more, you will have 30% extra Hydro damage bonus, but his health increases and decreases very quickly. If his health is lower than 30%, you will not receive any Hydro damage bonus. His last passive talent will make you swim faster in the sea, that's all. Let's move to his constellations. His C1 is very simple. It will give him one stack of past Dragonite glories whenever he takes the field. It doesn't matter if you get any elemental reaction or not, he will have one stack. And his C1 will also increase his interruption resistance while he's doing charge attack. His C2 also works with his passive talent past Dragonite glories. Now with each stack, your crit damage will also increase. With one stack, it will increase by 14%, and with 3 stacks, it will increase up to 42%. Each stack will increase his crit damage. It is very simple constellation, but powerful at the same time. His C3 will increase his normal talent level by 3. His C4 is a bit different. When Neuvillette is on the field and he is healed, he will generate one water droplet, but it can only happen once in 4 seconds. Normally, we need healers like Shinobu, Kokomi or any healer which can heal for more than 10 seconds. But since Neuvillette can self-heal after every 3 seconds with his water droplets, it doesn't really need any outside healings. His element skill and burst generates 9 water droplets, and with this constellation, he can just keep doing his charge attack and it will generate more water droplets on the field. Again, we can just use Shinobu for more healing and reaction to generate more water droplets. His C5 will increase his element burst talent level by 3. His C6 does 2 things. First is, if there are any water droplets on the field and he is doing charge attack, he will absorb them without stopping the charge attack. That means his charge attack will keep going on every time he absorbs water droplets. Each water droplet will increase the duration of charge attack by 1 second. And every time he absorbs water droplets, it will also heal him. With his C4, it will generate more water droplets. So this circle will keep going on until there are no more water droplets on the field. But not only that, his charge attack will fire 2 more additional currents every 2 seconds. This is one mad constellation because he really deals great damage at C0. Now let me show you how his charge attack actually works. While charging, you can move around like this. But not only that, while you are charging it, it will also restore your stamina like this. But now the question is, what will happen if we are out of stamina? Can we do charge attack or we need to wait? As you can see, he can charge his attack at almost 0 stamina, and you can cancel his charge attack by jumping or dashing away. If you see any attack coming in your way, you can just dash away or jump to avoid it. And if it's not fully charged yet, you can just leave the attack button and it will deal some hydro damage. Any normal or heavy attacks can knock him down if you don't have any shield on him. Like this, if you don't have Zhongli, you can use Deha's elemental skill, and with Deha's elemental skill, you can also activate his passive buff. Of course, the attacks you are getting hit by will deal damage, but as long as Deha's elemental skill is there, he will not get knocked down unless he is dying or something. If you are new to the game and you don't have Zhongli or Deha, you can use Xingqiu. You can use his elemental skill for extra resistance. Now let's talk about what teammates can activate his passive buff Dragon Glorix quickly and for more time. This is the team you can go with. Any Pyro and Cryo character will work. Rosaria is really nice choice, but if you have Nahida, feel free to use her because her elemental skill can stay on Moss for some time, which will give Neuvillette some stacks of Dragonite glories. If you don't have Deha, you can use Shangring for Pyro support for obvious reasons, and same goes for Shinobu. But if you have Furina, she is the best choice for him because she can buff Neuvillette based on her own power scale. There are a lot of characters to buff his passive like Kazuha, Bennett for more damage, and Miko for electro reaction. But to be honest, this is how it normally goes. See for yourself.
Judgment! Let's get it on!
Silence!
There are not many reactions, but one shield to protect him while he's doing his charge attack, and his charge attacks are doing massive damage with small pyro reaction. And for artifact set, this is the first choice. This artifact set is based on Neuvillette's kit. Not only it will increase his charge attack damage, but it will also increase his crit rate when his health gets lower or higher. This is how much damage his charge attack deals. Without any stacks of his passive, it deals around 17 to 16k. We originally have 51% crit rate, but his charge attack is doing crit every time, and with one stack of his passive it goes to 18 to 20k. This is another set you can use, but you really need high crit rate on this artifact set, unless his charge attack won't do any damage. We have 66% crit rate here. It should be enough.
Bow your head.
It does almost same damage, but some attacks are not doing crit, which makes big difference. Again, with one stack, he deals almost same damage for some attacks, others are just not doing crit. So overall, you can use Heart of Depth as second choice. And for weapons, his first choice is his signature weapon, of course. If you don't have it, there are many other weapons you can use. You can try Jetfall for more HP. Its passive won't do much for Neuvillette, but it gives really extra HP which can help him with more damage. If you are F2P, then you can use Prototype Ember, which is really good choice for him. It deals really good damage, and overall its passive can work with Neuvillette. Other than it, you can use weapons which gives crit value as substats, because his damage also comes from crit values. But to be honest, Prototype really works well with him. So the question was, do you really need Neuvillette? Answer to that is yes, absolutely yes. There are 2 more days left on his banner. If you don't have enough Primogems, just sell your 1 kidney for him. He is worth it. Even though he's wearing long shoes which looks like stockings, but just pull for him. Currently he's the strongest DPS in the game. So this is it for today. Thank you for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more Genshin Impact videos.